So this is quite a serious case, and it could have actual real ramifications. Hopefully it doesn't. It's just a news story that's been breaking in the last few hours. I've only just picked it up on a few blogs and a few news websites. And what it says that there was a midnight screening in New Jersey, and there was a young woman, it says here, a Placentia resident in her 20s who travelled abroad recently, and officials confirmed that she was considered infectious between April 23rd and May 1st. The individual is currently under voluntary isolation at home. And it then goes on to say the identified woman went to a screening of Avengers Endgame last Thursday at the AMC Theatre on Lemon Street in Fullerton, and potentially exposed hundreds of people to the virus. Then it does say here the disease is highly contagious and spreads through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes. If one person has it, up to 90% of those close to that person who are not immune will also become infected. So that's quite incredible, the idea that 90% could become infected by this disease if they're not immune to it. So in this other article, what they're recommending is that people who may have been at that screening and also 3 other locations in that area check their vaccination records to make sure that they are vaccinated against the measles virus. But it just shows what can happen if you attend an enclosed area and sit for a movie for up to 3 hours. It really does show that you can actually catch a virus or a potentially deadly disease whilst watching a movie. It's quite disturbing, quite sad. So if by any chance you do know anybody in this area, the AMC Theatre in Fullerton, they are recommended and advised to check their health records. Officials say people who were at the following locations should review their vaccination history and also monitor themselves for measles symptoms. Quite disturbing, the idea that, as I say, 90% can get this virus. But the concept of picking up the measles virus could actually put some people off, because there has been a number of cases growing in California, and I believe it's 500 of the 704 reported measles cases were in patients who hadn't been vaccinated. So it does say that California is among the states hit hardest by the recent measles outbreak, with the CDC confirming 38 cases of measles in California as of April 24th. It might actually put some people off or make you consider going to watch a movie if you're not vaccinated for this disease. So once again, if you're doing anybody in the Fullerton area who may have been at these 2 venues, for them to check their health records and to make sure they are vaccinated, because it can be a deadly disease. So it's quite shocking that you go to watch a movie, the biggest movie of all time, certainly of this year, and you could end up contracting a deadly disease. And the idea that 90% of people within a location of somebody with this virus who are not immune can also become infected. So quite disturbing story. So leave your comments below, and also like and subscribe. Once again, if you do know anybody, then obviously warn them about this threat.